Greetings. My name is Muhamad Bahtiar Reza. I am from class 2SA07. This is class 9 of basic acting, where I need to retell the story I pick in class 8. So the title of the story is Rumpelstiltskins. The story is written by Grimm's brother, and this is a Germany fairytales. So here's the story. Once upon a time, there was a miller who was poor, but he had a beautiful daughter. Now, one day, he happened to talk to the king and said, "I have a daughter who knows the art of transforming straw into gold." So the king had the miller's daughter summoned to him right away and ordered her to spin all the straw in her room into gold in one night. And if she couldn't do this, she would die. Then she was locked in the room where she sat and wept. For the life of her, she didn't have the slightest inkling of how to spin straw into gold. And all of a sudden, a little man entered the room and said, "What will you give me if I spin everything into gold?" And she took off her necklace and gave it to the little man. And he did what he promised. The next morning, the king found the entire room filled with gold, but because of this, his heart grew even greedier. And he locked the miller's daughter in another room full of straw that was even larger than the first. And she was to spin it all into gold. Then the little man came again, and she gave him a ring from one of her fingers. And everything was spun into gold. However, on the third night, the king had her locked again in another room that was larger than the other two and filled with straw. Then the little man came again and spoke, "I will do everything for you one more time, but you must promise me your firstborn child that you have with the king." And out of desperation, she promised him what he wanted. And when the king saw once again how the straw had been spun into gold, he took the miller's beautiful daughter for his wife. Out of desperation, she promised him what he wanted. And soon thereafter, the queen gave birth, and the little man appeared before her and demanded the promised child. However, the queen offered the little man all that she could and all the treasure of the kingdom if he would let her keep her child. But it was all in vain. Then the little man said, "In 3 days, I will come again to fetch the child. But if you know my name by then, you shall keep your child." During the first and second nights, the queen tried to think of the little man's name, but she wasn't able to come up with a name and became completely desperate. On the third day, however, the king returned home from hunting and told her, "I was out of hunting the day before yesterday, and when I went deep into the dark forest, I came upon a small cottage, and in front of the house there was a ridiculous little man hopping around as if he had only one leg and screeching. Today I will brave, tomorrow I will beg, soon I will have the queen namesake. Oh, how hard it is to play my game, for Rumpelstiltskin in my name." When the queen heard this, She rejoiced, and when the dangers with the man came, he asked, "What my name, your highness?" She responded first by guessing, "Is your name Conrad?" "No." "Is your name Henry?" "No." "Is your name Rumpelstiltskin?" "The devil told you that." The little man screamed, and he ran off full of anger and never returned. The end.